Lisa just they got 29 points off 24 turnovers.
Yeah, we got to make better choices. Gosh, I think we were a little bit casual. We have these inexperienced guards that are handling the ball a lot. They've got some good defenders. Williams she was in their shorts the whole day. We have some stuff in our package to get the ball away from her or do different stuff. It's just, I think under pressure, kind of forgot about some of them. I think some of them were forced by her. Other times too, we were just a little bit casual. I think when we got down, I think what happens with inexperienced players is they try to do it themselves, right? So Neshi, I know she's a junior, but she doesn't have a lot of in-game experience, and she was trying to make these passes that were a little bit more difficult than we would have liked to have made for some of hers. I know she ended up with quite a few. But our team as a whole, we didn't cause it any ourselves. So that's kind of it's a tough assist to turnover, and it's tough to have that many when you're not creating something off of your own defense. But we struggled to defend today. So the turnovers are a big part of it. That's what we said in the locker room, is that we're going to probably look back at it and think that you can't have 24 turnovers and expect to win very many games. So.
They shot well. They played well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're a good team. I mean, I think that, the message is that every team is a good team. We played all these teams last year. We've played every team on our roster or on our schedule so far this year, and everyone who we have coming up, and they were all close. And last year we had all these veterans, so they all remember that, and they were close then, and they all have all these players back. So I think that right now the scales are tipped a little bit against us as far as veterans go, and so we're learning. It's game 3 with a bunch of inexperienced players and a ton of injuries, and so I think that the message to our team is we have to learn quick, and we just have to keep learning, and we can't afford to make the casual mistakes. We have to grow up a little bit. We missed some assignments. What'd they shoot from the 3-point line? I haven't really even looked at the thing. 11 threes. Yeah, they shot a ton of them, which, yeah, we knew they were going to, but we went under on some of the people that we're not supposed to go under on. And you just have to follow the scout better, and I think that's going to come with some time and some experience. Allie did a great job in her first career start. I'm sure it won't be the last one we see from her, whether they keep coming this year, if they come in the future. And Bonnie, but we did need a few other people to offensively kind of step in a little bit, and I think just a little bit cleaner offense is going to be important for us.
You didn't get a lot of easy looks at all.
We didn't, no. And that was partially because we turned it over, and partially because, we didn't read their help very well, which again led to some of the turnovers. We're forcing it in areas without reading help. So we have to just get better at making the correct read, and then finding each other and playing team basketball.
Lisa, you're a defensive coach. I guess when you see a defensive performance like tonight and letting them shoot 60%, I mean, they made pretty much everything. But just overall, what did you not like from your switches and kind of what happened out there?
Yeah, I think that we were going removed. We didn't execute the game plan. And I think that once they started getting it going, they've shot it well this year. Their four shooters have shot it well this year, and they shot it well today. And so we knew that going in. We're just too far away. I think we're not trusting the defense. I think that we're worried about getting beaten, so we're backing up. But then that's causing other people to help in ways, and then you're getting the blender, right? Of then I help and then I kick out. And so that was part of the issue. I think the rebounding was okay. That's defense. But it was mostly just, I think, a little bit of trust and a little bit of execution of game plan on the defensive side. And it's disappointing. That was the big message at halftime, was our defense. And then we went and gave up 23. The worst, I think that was the second worst quarter defensively. So, gosh, time will help us get better, I think.
And then when you look at, Vaughn and Allie having 47 of your 65 points, I guess, what are you hoping to see from the rest of the team? I know you have the injuries and a lot of your, probably better scores that you would have had at the beginning of the year out, but who kind of needs to step up, and how do you kind of take the load off of those two?
Well, we were saying senior leadership with Mout and Vaughn and Esther. I'm sorry, I blanked for a second. And I still think that's the case. I mean, Mout and Vonnie know exactly what's supposed to happen, and no one else who's playing right now actually does. They're very veteran. Vaughn has logged a lot of minutes, fifth-year senior, Mout's fifth-year senior, and then we dropped down to inexperience immediately after that. And so I think that those guys are the ones who we're leaning on to lead our team. and they can't carry the whole burden, but they're certainly the ones who I think need to continue to help direct where it's going and what we're running, and kind of calm the storm a little bit just with solid play. And I don't think that they weren't solid. I wish Matt would have shot it a little bit better today, but I think she was solid. She played a ton of minutes. She had a guard, their forward. She rebounded. So I don't think that she wasn't. It would be nice if we could get those guys continuing to be vocal, and then the other guys allowing themselves to be led. And it's not, there's no divide, there's no issue. It's just we got to get to know each other a little bit better. So I think those are two in particular. I think those two, Mount and Vaughn, Ines and Allie have the ball in their hands a lot. That would be where we would start, I think, with the group that we have available right now.
Despite a couple of rocky results, is this the best way for these guys to learn, is just to do it and be out there?
Well, I don't know any other way. We try to learn through winning, and you just don't learn. You have more fun, to be honest. But I don't know that we've learned more ever from winning than we have from losing. And so it helps on the film. It helps with what areas we need to grow. We're seeing what people are trying to do against us and figuring out how to exploit it. And it keeps you hungry. It keeps you focused, hopefully, in practice. And unfortunately, that's why they're called growing pains, right? Like, it's painful, but we're gonna keep growing. And again, my message to Vaughn when I pulled her out in the end, she wanted to play till the end, she wanted to fight, is Vaughnie, like, we're on game 3. Let's take a breath here. Let's get ourselves reorganized. And she knew coming back that this was going to be a different experience, a great experience, but a different experience. And so, I had to remind her of that a little bit, and she knows. And then we're just going to keep plugging forward. And I think that this team is going to be fine. You don't want to be peaking right now. Anyone who's peaking in game 3 is in trouble. So, luckily, that's not us.
I saw that moment with Bonnie. I'm sure you could talk all night about it, but just like your relationship with her, what's that like? How close are you guys? That kind of stuff.
Yeah, we're pretty close. We've been through a lot together. She's a warrior too, different ways, right? So I think that I feel for her because she's giving everything that she can, you know what I mean? And it's kind of an intimate moment in front of 6,000 people. So that's always awkward a little bit, but trying to just, look her in the eye. We're doing this together. She's as much a leader on our team as any of our coaches are. You know what I mean? Like, she's right there with us. And she's invested more than some of the coaches who are on our staff right now, just time-wise. And so it just wanted to, let her know that I got her back too, and so do all the other people, and that we're going to be okay, just trying to calm her down a little bit. I feel her pain.
All good?
Are we any closer with any of the 4?
Gosh, I hope so. There's still, I don't know what's going to happen in the next 2 days. I'm going to walk out of here and go beg, plead, and see what I can bargain with, but they're no further away, so that's good. We're moving in the right direction. I just don't know that when that direction is going to come to fruition. Yeah. Thank you.
They got 29 points off 24 turnovers. It's just not characteristic of you guys.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like as we're starting this season off and figuring out how this team looks and our identity on the court, stuff like that is gonna happen. We are gonna get turnovers because we're trying to make the right reads. They're there, it's just that we're not connecting. But that just takes time, it takes groove, and I think we're still getting there. We're reinforcing that. So I think just with more practice and more emphasis on those details and giving confidence to those actions, you're gonna see those turnovers will be there.
Obviously got a little emotional there at the end. Just with your level of frustration with what happened tonight, can you just kind of talk through that and that moment when Coach subbed you out?
Yeah, definitely. I feel just at the end of the game, whether we're up or down, always wanting to give a fight, that's where it comes out. I feel I saw it a little in me, so I want to put it all out there on the court. So just not being able to do that. But at the end of the day, just because I'm out doesn't mean the rest of my team can't do it. So, I get out, I give myself a second to think about it. That's away. I'm straight back to my team. So it's just us finishing the game off how we want to finish it off and dictating what this game looks like for us.
Bonnie, I know we asked you the other night, but she just keeps making puck what she's done so far?
Consistent. Like it's amazing. Like just how Allie, like you show up every single day and every single game. I think having that, keeping that going, and as you build and grow, like it's gonna be phenomenal, and you have no idea how much that holds us down as a team.
Allie, what does it feel like to come in, freshman year and make this kind of immediate impact so far, a few games into the season?
Yeah, obviously I didn't expect to be in this role just due to our injured people right now. We have a lot of upperclassmen that aren't playing that are on the bench. So it's really nice to get those minutes, but I'm really excited for other people to be back, so ideally they also contribute.
Yeah, what do you think your role is on the team right now, whether it's, the full group of everybody on the court or, a night like tonight?
I honestly just try to do what the coaches tell me. So me and Inesh are obviously the 2-point guards, so if Inesh is out, I'm bringing the ball up. I try to not turn it over. Obviously tonight, not as great at that, but I just try to do whatever the team needs of me, to be honest.
Just overall, Allie, what did you think of your first start at this level?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I mean, obviously I wish Esther was playing and I didn't start because she would be back in the game. But it was definitely really cool to be in front of this crowd who obviously loves our whole team so much.
You seem really confident out there. Where does that confidence come from?
Definitely my teammates and the coaches. They tell me to keep shooting every single time that I don't shoot, or if I do shoot, they're like, oh, that's a great shot. Even if I turn it over, Bonnie's like, okay, next time. Like she was saying, instilling that confidence in us. Even if we don't get the play right that possession, that's one step closer to getting it right next time.
Yvonne, what do you guys need to work on before Sunday?
I think just like connecting as a team, I think that'll be very important. And defensively, just like cracking down on what we need to do, our assignments, the strengths of the team, exposing those, like making sure we're giving them like less easy shots and stuff like that. So I think those two areas, as broad as they sound, like they're gonna have to be worked on for sure. Yeah.